Hello everybody, welcome to Newcastle Fans TV. So this is the final video from the Bradley Lowery Foundation. In a moment we'll see the news report on how we started the event at the Stadium of Light, and also we'll hear a radio interview from the BBC Newcastle. First of all, I need to do some really thank yous to everybody who has donated. Without your donations we wouldn't have raised over £700. That is incredible amount of money that we've raised in such a short amount of time. Thank you from my heart as well, and I'm sure the charity will be absolutely delighted that we've raised all this money as well. I have to mention a thank you to everybody who turned up the other day as well. Absolutely a credit to you all. Almost every single one of you got through. Just one person dropped out because of injury, as well as my cat wants to get into it again. Black and white, of course. I have to give a shout out to all the local press. When I got at the Stadium of Light, there was several. I was literally pulled aside left, right and centre for interviews off Metro Radio, Made In Tyne Wear, Tyne Tees, ITV Tyne Tees, Sunderland Echo, and earlier on that morning I was on BBC Radio as well. So credit to all of them. Thank you so much for putting it up on your articles. Big shout out also to Sun FM who took us in about 5 weeks ago on their radio station as well. All the local media, I can't praise them enough. They're getting enough stick as it is, but you have to give credit where credit's due. Absolutely thank you from my heart as well. That means a lot. It got the story out there, so thank you so much for all the local press as well. So as I mentioned, we're going to be looking at a video. We're going to be looking at Made In Tyne Wear as well. I don't know what my cat is doing. And we'll also, what you doing up there? And we'll also look at the radio interview on the BBC. Podcast is coming very shortly. We're talking about Newcastle. We've got Sunderland fans and Middlesbrough fans on there too. And here's the VT.
Gearing up for a near 12-mile walk on a breezy October morning is no mean feat. But football fans from Sunderland, Newcastle and Middlesbrough are all taking on the challenge together this morning to raise money for a worthy cause. They are all heading out of Wearside from the Stadium of Light to St James's Park in Newcastle in memory of Bradley Lowery, the young 6-year-old who captured the hearts of people not just in our region but across the country. Organiser Lee Lawler has said that they've almost hit their £300 fundraising target.
So we've got Newcastle fans, Sunderland fans and Middlesbrough fans behind us, and we're going to be united together walking up to St James's Park. And we just wanted to put money out there because children shouldn't have to suffer, and it was give the families well a little bit of peace of mind to saying that look, we do care. We've got 3 sets of fans here who are willing to come out on the day off in a freezing cold, hopefully the weather stays alright, and walk nearly 12 miles.
Little Bradley was diagnosed with a rare form of childhood cancer, neuroblastoma, when he was barely 2 years old. He lost his fight with the disease in July, and thousands lined the streets for his funeral wearing football shirts in tribute to the Sunderland fan. After his death, the Bradley Lowery Foundation was set up to help support families of other seriously ill children.
I think his legacy needs to live on because yes, he has the name Bradley Lowery, but it's the foundation's what they do for other children as well, because a lot of people think that it's just for Bradley. It's not. It's for loads of children across the UK who are unfortunately ill, and some of them may not see out the rest of their lives to grow to be an adult.
The walk was kick-started by touching the walls of the Sunderland Stadium, and it has taken them over 4 hours to reach their final destination at the home of the Magpies. They've been broadcasting live on social media throughout the day to help bring in more vital donations.
Now, of course, his tragic fight with cancer touched the hearts of so many people across the country and actually beyond. Little Bradley Lowery sadly passed away in July after losing his battle with neuroblastoma.
The 6-year-old, probably Sunderland's most famous fan, is still a major source of inspiration and is uniting Sunderland and Newcastle fans in a fundraising walk that's on today.
And Alicia Delaney and James Sharkey are Newcastle United supporters, and they're going to be taking part in the 11-mile walk from the Stadium of Light to St James's Park later this morning.
I would take part, raise money, get as much focus out there on the event that's happening. I'm a little bit nervous of how tough it's going to be, but I'm sure we'll manage.
At the end of the day, we're rivals on the pitch, but off the pitch, we're together as one big North East community. It's all about getting together and showing our support for the Bradley Lowery Foundation, and also for other cancer sufferers out there that you're not alone, and we're here to help you. And by walking from the Stadium of Light to St James's Park, we want to show that unity, that you're not alone. I think it's going to go down really well, and I just hope that a lot more people donate and make a difference. Whether you've just got a couple of quid, 5 or 10, it'll make a massive difference to the GoFundMe page /Bradley Lowery. I'm looking forward to it. I'm so excited.
And Stephen Turner is a Black Cat supporter, and he's going to be jogging part of the way today.
It adds a little bit of a different dimension. It's got nothing to do with Sunderland being faster than Newcastle or anything like that. It's just purely I've decided, look, let's do a run, let's put a little bit of effort into it type of thing. Lee's setting away, I think they're planning on around about 4.5 hours, something like that, to get to St James's. What I'll do is I'll be there at 10 o'clock and probably set away around about 12:30, 12:45, something like that, and just have a nice gentle run across, and we should meet up, hopefully, up St James's Boulevard around about the 2:30 mark and walk up together, you know. It seems to some people that like running or walking this 11 point odd mile is a hard thing to do. It's dead easy for us to do that because these people are living with this day to day. So, you know, we are doing as much as we possibly can to try and help these people out.
Well, Lee Lawler, who is organiser of the walk and head of Newcastle Fans TV, joins us now. Thanks for chatting to us, Lee. How did all this come about then?
Well, thanks for having us on the show. We were just wondering what we could do for a local community cause, and someone put forward to the idea of, why don't you do it for the Bradley Lowery Foundation? And we looked into it, and we thought, you know what, why not? Because the lad, the bravery that he went through, and not just him, his parents, that the cause, and it just touched, it wasn't just like Newcastle fans, it was the whole nation, and possibly across the world. So we just thought, why not? Let's try and help kids who suffer, and kids shouldn't. So we just thought, let's try and get a group of people together, Newcastle and Sunderland fans, and raise some money for the little lad.
And what do you hope, obviously money aside, what do you think this walk could achieve?
I think it just gives hope. Other people, like, look, although we are rivals, and I'm a mad Newcastle fan myself, as a lot of people do know, but it just goes to show you that, you know, it doesn't matter what colours you wear. It just shows you that people there's hope out there for people who can read for other children as well. People will help you. People will donate. People will go out the extra mile, so to speak, pardon the pun, to try and help charities.
And it's 12 miles. How are you feeling about the task ahead of you?
Ask us after a couple of miles, see how my feet are.
Have you done any training for this?
Well, no, I do cardio at the gym, so I should be okay.
It should be interesting.
It's the others who I'm worried about, who I have to give them a piggyback.
All right, you'll will them on, I'm sure. Thanks very much for chatting to us. That's Lee Lawler, who's organiser of that walk and head of Newcastle Fans TV.
That is it. What a great event. We may be doing something again, maybe in March sometime. So if you've got any ideas, throw them our way as well. I don't know what my cat wants to do. She wants to be in amongst the video. But serious note, if you've got any money left, we're going to be leaving the page open for about another 7 more days, for another week. If you've got any spare change to help us push them numbers up as well, I will personally be absolutely over the moon. The charities will as well. I have to also thank Alicia Delaney, who's part of the channel, and James Sharkey in particular as well. They have gone through, I've dragged them through all the media last week as well, and this week through interviews, radios, travelling around Sunderland, Newcastle as well. So for me, you two in particular, obviously I'll see you and I'll thank you in person. Thank you also for being involved as well in making this event happen, and also raising money for children who shouldn't have to suffer. Thank you.